So we started out this tournament here with 32 teams, and it's, well, we're a bit slow this time round. In 5 weeks, we've only eliminated 16 of them.
But it's a bit of an adventure, hasn't it, really?
It's a bit slow on our side, so, you know, we apologise for being a little bit slow with chopping off nations. So, I'll tell you what, let's just eliminate another 15 and get our final out of the way. I'm Masterath, and welcome everyone to the Global Trophy Champion of Champions 2022 Grand Finals! We're here with our 16 teams, and we are also here with...
Sam Elliott, 64. Yes, it is a barnstorming 16 teams as well, because all 8 previous Global Trophy champions are here. You know, the best team in Africa is here. There's just so many big names here.
Yep.
There is going to be a very worthy winner, but who's it going to be?
Yep. The current America's champions are here. The current European champions are here. The current Global Trophy champions are here. This truly is a champion of champions.
It is, you know, and the thing is, you know, you don't always get the 8 Global Trophy winners qualify for the Global Trophy, whereas this, because of, you know, they play each other in round 1 or whatever else, this year, you know, you get that in the Champion of Champions because it's a league format. It's more of a consistent idea of who's actually very good.
Yeah, but from here, it is straight knockout. You win, you progress. You lose, you're done.
Exactly. Let's start off with our dud team, and as it turns out, after last week, we've gone back and checked the footage. Had Australia finished in 4th place with 25 points, they had scored 3 goals less than our dud team, but they didn't. Mexico scored 27 points. It didn't matter anyway. Denmark are our dud team.
Yep, the Danish, they did the best they could, and this is now, well, they've broken a record here themselves. This is the highest points total for a team that's that has been the dud in the Global Trophy Champions final.
Granted, there's only been 2, but...
Oh, this coming from the guy that's saying, oh, the most prestigious title in all the Global Trophy in the group stage.
It is.
Only one person's ever won it, because we've only had one.
Exactly, it's more prestigious. Because you only get to compete every 4 years.
It's rarer, certainly rarer. But yeah,
exactly.
Denmark, they did an amazing effort in Group B, but unfortunately just was not enough by a single point to make it to not be the dud by their fellow European counterparts, who finished 4th in Group C with 26 points, Greece.
They had a great start, didn't they, in Group C, keeping pace with the leaders of the group, but unfortunately fell off towards the end. But they still qualified, they got enough points, and they are able to compete in the Global Trophy Champion of Champions finals.
Yep, barely through. In 14th, well, last week showed it, really. 4th in Group D with 27, Mexico.
Slow start for Mexico, and obviously had to play their fixtures through and come back through the field, and they did manage that, and they came 4th in the end. On the final fixture, it was very, very close, but they managed it. They beat USA 4-0 to qualify.
Yep, while a similar situation happened in Group A, where actually the team that had played all their games finished 3rd, and one of the other 2 finished 4th, but yeah, knocked one of them out. It's the UAE. 4th of Group A.
UAE had a great run, didn't they? They scored 29 points for a team that finished 4th. Not a bad effort. They only just overcame their Gulf rivals, Saudi Arabia, who scored 28 points.
Yep, and 28 points, if Saudi Arabia had finished in 4th, would have been enough for them to not be the dud team, but that group was run away by a certain team.
It was indeed.
Next up, 3rd place in Group A. Finishing on 30 points, so a decent amount of score there for Ecuador, who barely stayed alive.
Indeed, but they managed to make it through. Ecuador, a solid team, and you know they have won in the past in the Americas section. I think they won back in 2007, so they are, you know, a former trophy holder themselves. So let's see how they deal with the rest of the competition.
Next up, the team that performed the worst. Out of all 8 of the Global Trophy champions, they finished 3rd in Group B with 32 points. It is 3-time Global Trophy champion Spain.
I picked these guys to win last week, and I still back it. I don't know why. I've just got a feeling that it's time for Spain.
It's time for Spain to get this back. 10th, another former Global Trophy champion. Also, the current European champions finishing third in Group D with 32 points, Germany.
What a great team Germany are. You know, they beat Argentina along the way as well, so no disrespect there. They are a great team, and watch out for them in this competition. Could be a dark horse.
Next up, also on 32 points. On the same goal difference as Germany, but they finished one position higher than their German counterparts in Group B. Runner-up of Group B, the Netherlands.
A good team as well. Two-time champions in the last 4 years. The rank number 1 coming into this competition over the last 4 years, having secured 2 title holds.
Next up, finished third in Group C with 35 points. The current reigning Global Trophy champions, the Czech Republic.
They're just on a roll, aren't they? They are just on a roll. They're brilliant. And, you know, watch out for them in this competition. You know, the fairy tale maybe isn't over yet.
Yep, they've been able to outpace 3 former Global Trophy champions, you know, scoring 35 points. Those other 3 scored 32. They were only 2 behind the 2 most successful teams in Global Trophy history.
No disgrace there, is there?
Starting off with, they had a terrible start, but they motored towards the middle in the end. Finishing second in Group D with a 36 points for them, and the current holders of the record for the biggest win in the tournament so far, Argentina.
It did start poorly, didn't they? But they, as you said, they just eventually found that extra gear and just rocketed through the field and finished just second to the winners of Group D. But, you know, is it fair to say, like, if they win, it's the boring choice because they're just the best team?
It would be probably yes. On that. Next up, finishing second in Group C with 36 points, edging out Argentina by a single goal on goal difference. The record holders for the most amount of Global Trophy championships in finals championships, France, 4-time Global Trophy champions.
Yep, and serial winners in Europe as well. France, I think you picked them to win, didn't you, Chris?
Yes.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. Next up, probably the biggest shockers, I think, in this tournament so far. Finishing second in Group A with 38 points. Representing Europe, it is former European champions Romania.
A good spell, haven't they, Romania? They've turned it on in recent years, and they've definitely evolved as a team. They've gone from being like a team that was, you know, a middling European team, which I think they still are, but like they have to be considered one of the favourites now because they have proved themselves.
Yep, and well, in this case, 4 victories and you're the champion, so they could. Who knows? Could they possibly do it? I mean, if you look at the rankings for the for how well all these teams did in the in their group stages, Romania ranked 5 for this.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yep. Next up, we're getting to the teams that won their respective groups, kicking off with 39 points. Finished winners of Group B, the reigning champion of champions, Brazil.
To Brazil. They have been on a good run of form. They came second in the last Global Trophy. They are the current Global Trophy champion of champions. They won their group with 2 other champions in it. Can they do it again?
Yep. Next up, finishing first of Group C, edging out 4-time Global Trophy champions France, 2-time Global Trophy champions, and the first ever back-to-back winners of the Global Trophy, it's Portugal.
Yes, Portugal, the shock winners of 2018, have repeated it in 2019, have established themselves as now an elite force in the Global Trophy. Can they add another trophy to the repertoire?
Yep, and of course, runners-up in 2021's tournaments as well. Finishing on 39 points alongside Brazil, beating them by 7 goals up in goal difference. However, they were beaten by 4 goals up in goal difference by the team that finished first of Group D, 39 points, 33 goals difference on that one. It's Italy.
They've only conceded 5 goals, Italy, all competition. What an absolutely stomping run it was through Group D for them. They've never won a trophy, you know, a major trophy. They've won the European Championship several times, but never the Global Trophy itself. Can they do it this time?
And last but not least, going in as rank 1, you could say, at least with it, when it comes to performances in the groups. Winner of Group A, the only team to hit the 40-point mark with 41, representing Africa. It's the current Global Trophy Champion of Champions runners-up, Nigeria.
I believe the only African team in this. They are the most successful African team, winning
yes, they
that
are.
trophy, winning the trophy 8 times. What a representative to have if you're Africa. Nigeria, one of the best teams in this.
We also only have one Asian team in this as well.
Which is the UAE, yeah. It's crazy, isn't it?
The rest are American or Europe, as we expect. We know you hate this, but unfortunately, what do you expect us to do? Bleeding mod the game, so, like...
It's just not possible.
Mongolia
not possible.
win.
Yeah.
You know, and, like,
Anyway,
beat France 12-0 or something. Come on. Best
Denmark
thing is,
are at their team.
yep, best thing is, don't even have to save state here, because it's round of 16 already.
Yep, so we've got a full list. Are you ready, Chris?
Let's do it. Who have we got? Oh.
There are some big matches about here, aren't there?
There's big matches in both sides on this. Brazil's
are.
got a kind of decent run to the semi-finals, though, if you look at it. Possibly, but they could certainly slip up on that.
They do indeed.
It's also only fair for Nigeria to get the dud at this point.
It is. To be fair as well, you have to look at the way the fixtures have filtered out. There are 5 champions on the top half of the bracket. There are 3 champions on the bottom. I suppose you could argue Italy are as good as a champion as well, to be fair, because, you know, they've been runners-up so many times. So, let's see.
Okay, Czech Republic, the reigning global trophy champions versus Sam's pick Spain.
Watch Spain fall.
Nope, Czech Republic gone in the round of 16. Spain move on to the quarterfinals for a clash with either France or Germany.
Proper European heavyweight clash here. France, the 4-time champions. Germany, the 1-time champions.
Current European champions as well, Germany. France through! It's a crunch match between our picks in the quarterfinals. Oh, boy.
Germany eliminated out in this round of 16 stage. France will take on Spain in the next round. Next up, a minnow clash, if you like, between the UAE and Greece.
Yep, both teams finished 4th in their group stages. Greece through!
Greece through to the round of 8.
Yep, Ecuador, who finished 3rd, take on Brazil, who finished 1st in their group.
Brazil, the champion of champions, still in this.
Yep, the champion of champions. They're still in it. They take on Greece in the quarterfinals.
Big result there for Brazil. They move on. A 3-0 win over Ecuador sees them go home. Next up is Italy and Mexico. They were in the final group together.
Yep, 12 points separated them both in that time round. Italy only lost 1 match there, and they're through on penalties for a clash with Nigeria. It's the top 2 fighting it out in the quarterfinals.
Mexico eliminated harshly on penalties, but a big win for Italy, and Nigeria take the dud win over Denmark, of course.
Yep, they will battle Italy in the quarterfinals.
What a crunch match that is.
What a bunch of crunch matches. We've got Spain, France is in
Greece,
there.
Brazil.
Yeah,
Greece, Brazil.
Yeah, we've got
and
Greece,
then you've
Brazil.
got,
Greece are shockers, we know this.
They are. They've got a habit of just knocking teams out that are better than them on paper.
Yep. You know, and we still have Netherlands are still available. Czech Republic have already gone. Romania's still out there.
But yeah, it's a who's who, really, isn't it? Argentina take on the Netherlands
Big
for a place. Yeah,
big
match.
crunch match here. Both teams finished 2nd in their groups. Argentina finished with 4 more points than the Netherlands. And 3-0 Argentina, they're through.
That's a huge result. Can they take on the 2-time champions Portugal, or will Romania, the shockers of 2021's European Championship, cause another surprise here?
Yeah, Romania and Greece really the only 2 big shocking teams still in this. Portugal knock out Romania, which means Greece is really the only possible shock left. But we still have Italy, Nigeria, and Greece. 3 teams who have never won the global trophy before. They're still in right now.
Yes, but 5 others have won trophies. The only other 3 teams that have won the global trophy before played another champion. So that's the only reason they're out. Spain take on France.
Yep, it's our clashes going against each other. It's our picks. Spain's through!
Spain through to the semi-finals of the global trophy champions to take on either Greece or Brazil.
Can Brazil beat Greece, or will Greece slip them up? No, Brazil looking to retain the title. We could see Brazil-Nigeria again.
We could do, if Nigeria can make their way past Italy, who have been on absolute fire so far.
They certainly have been. Nigeria's through! Italy's gone!
Italy defeated for only the second time. Nigeria make it through to the Global Trophy Champion of Champions semis again.
It's Ronaldo versus bleeding Messi again here. It's Argentina, Portugal. Argentina through. It's Argentina, Nigeria, Spain, Brazil.
Spain versus Brazil, the champion of champions semi-final. The champion of champions of 2018, Brazil still in it. Spain, the rank 26 coming into this tournament, still in it.
They are still in it. Spain knock them out! Out go the champion of champions!
Spain into the final. Will they play Nigeria or Argentina in the final?
Argentina through 3-0.
It's going to be a Spanish-speaking country who wins the Global Trophy Champion of Champions 2022. Will it be Spain or Argentina?
I love the way that all 4 of the teams that finished first are all gone. Argentina finished second in their group. Spain finished third in theirs. And Argentina win it. It's the boring option, but let's be honest.
The inevitable option, surely. The deserved option. Argentina are the 2022 Global Trophy Champion of Champions.
And that's good and proper, I think, for Argentina. The current Global Trophy ranked number 1. Ranked number 2 for this tournament.
Well deserved. Well deserved, Argentina. But commiserations to our losing finalist Spain, who beat 3 champions to get to the final, couldn't beat a 4th, and it is Argentina who take home the trophy this time around.
Yep, and Brazil, Nigeria, I mean, they both gave a damn good effort to try and get there. I mean, Brazil had an easy run to the semi-finals. Nigeria really didn't. They beat Italy in the quarters to get there. Argentina beating Portugal, followed by Nigeria, and then Spain. And beating the Netherlands as well in the round of 16.
Yeah, crazy run for both the finalists, really. But we have a winner. It may have been the obvious option, but Argentina, after a long drought of not winning the Global Trophy proper, have won the Global Trophy Champion of Champions.
Yep, the Champion of Champions are staying in South America for another 4 years. People there saying, oh, we're so bored of having a European team win all these. Well, you got the Champion of Champions for that, because no European team has won that yet.
No, 8 years staying in South America, but it's being transferred from the neighbours of Brazil and Argentina, and what a tournament. I mean, this has been unbelievable. Big teams across the board, really.
Yep, and you've got to, I'd tell you what, you've got to give it to the biggest shockers, I think, of this tournament. You've got to give it to Greece.
Yeah, they've been brilliant, haven't they? They've been absolutely brilliant.
Yep, such a performance. Being able to stay in it in Group C alongside teams like Czech Republic, Portugal, France, and actually finishing in the top 4, barely scraping through and not being the dud, and then getting to the top 8 of this tournament. They are our Croatia for this year. A brilliant performance from Greece.
I'd say Nigeria as well are right up there, because, you know, as much as they did get the bye in the round of 16, they had to beat a group-winning Italy as well.
Yep.
And another semi-final spot for them.
Yep, and again, Nigeria and Brazil, they've had really good runs in the Champion of Champions so far. You know, Brazil, now former champions and a semi-finalist. Nigeria, former runners-up and a semi-finalist.
Excellent stuff. But we have our winners. And just show the screen again, Chris, because I think it's only deserved that we celebrate our Champion of Champions for 2022, Argentina.
Yep, that's another trophy they can have. It's not like that they're running out of room in their cabinet or anything.
I believe, actually, does that take them above Australia for trophies? It might do.
That puts them on
14.
14 at the moment. I think does not
Australia have 15. Yeah.
Wait,
Australia have 15 because they won 11 Oceania and 4 Asia, so yeah.
Yeah, so that puts them 1 behind Australia. As Argentina currently have 14.
Yeah, in a much more competitive qualifier as well, which is very impressive, isn't it?
Yep, and well, Argentina, the Global Trophy Champion of Champions for 2022. What's going to happen in the next 4 years for our, essentially, our run to the 2026 Global Trophy Championship in Argentina?
Well, we've got to do the 2023 trophy first, haven't we?
Yep, and that will be coming out in the summer of 2023, ready for the 2024 Global Trophy Championship, which will be starting at the end of 2023 and finishing at the start of 2024 to get us back into that rhythm. Cheers once again, Qatar. I hope everyone enjoyed the World Cup, even though it was a bit of a political nightmare. But at least the Global Trophy is not a political nightmare, so this is probably more enjoyable.
Exactly. And, congratulations to our World Cup winners, England. Right? Because we won. It came home. Finally.
I'm actually going to make a proper prediction on this one. On that, and I'm going to say congratulations to...
I think Germany will win it, actually, to be honest with you.
I don't know, Spain?
Maybe. We'll see.
Know.
This is either going to age really well or really poorly.
Italy. Oh, wait.
Oh.
Once again, its coming Rome makes no grammatical sense. Shut up. Couldn't even win this either. Still, Italy without a proper championship apart from European qualifiers.
Oh, dear. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year, you Liverpudlians, until they won the Premier League. So... After losing probably most of the fan base, even though that's fine, probably most of the fan base of this is Scottish anyway, so they probably don't even give a crap about anything about any of these other teams. We are going to be leaving the Global Trophy Champion of Champions. It's been a brilliant tournament, hasn't it?
It has. I mean, we had all the big names in the finals. We had great matches, shocks. Spain almost doing it for me. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my god, it's actually happening. But in the end, there was only going to be one winner, and that was, of course, Argentina. Yeah,
ranked number 1 in the Global Trophy, and, it's well-deserved. It's the boring option, but, hell, after 4 weeks of really, really big shocks happening in some of these, come on, you've got to have something that's got to be expected in this. And hell, the game picked it, so there's nothing we can do about it. We're along for the ride, same as you.
There you go.
But with that, we draw the curtain closed on the Global Trophy Champion of Champions 2022. I've been Masterath.
I have been Sven-Göran 64.
Argentina are our champions of this year, and will hold the title for the next 4 years, at least for the Global Trophy Champions 2026. We'll be seeing you later next year, middle of next year, summer of next year, for the much anticipated Global Trophy, not Champions, just ordinary. The Global Trophy 2023. Can Czech Republic do stuff?
I doubt it.
You never know. They could very well, you never know. But Czech Republic defending the Global Trophy Championship in 2023. We'll see you next summer for the 2023 Global Trophy, the 19th Global Trophy. We'll see you then.